Hello and welcome to the Zoom training video. Today we want to give you a few tips on how to schedule a meeting or training through Zoom. So let's go ahead and get started. So before scheduling a meeting, you're going to want to have the Zoom app downloaded on your computer. I strongly recommend that you download the Zoom app because it's really easy to schedule a meeting and to connect that app to your Outlook email to automate this process and make it a lot quicker. So once you have your Zoom app downloaded, right here on the bottom left hand corner, you can click the schedule button and you're going to have to fill in a topic. So for the purposes of this video, let's put test 1, and you select a certain date and a certain time. You can select the time zone here. This is the start time and date. This is the end time and date. We're going to talk about recurring meetings in just a second. Here are video and audio options, and then here are the advanced options. So you can go ahead and take a look at them on your own time. But these are the options that we usually use here with the training team. And the last thing I want to point out is the difference between a regular meeting and a recurring meeting. So the difference is that for a recurring meeting, you see how it takes away the date and the time because it's just a constant meeting that you can continuously join. As a regular meeting, you can select a certain date and a certain time. So really the only difference is that for the meeting that you select a certain day at a certain time, Zoom keeps that Zoom code and that Zoom meeting available for up to 30 days after the meeting has been selected. Right? When you click recurring meeting, Zoom keeps that Zoom code or link available for up to 365 days. Let's go ahead and click schedule down here, and you're going to see how my Outlook is going to open this automatically, and already in the subject it includes the name of the meeting, and down here it has all the Zoom information that we want to send to our attendees. So here, up here in the top left hand corner, you can choose your attendees and you can send this to them, and we strongly recommend that you modify this message. We actually usually erase this piece of information unless we want people to be able to access through the phone, but if you're trying to do an online training, that's not usually the case. So we keep this, we keep the location that has the Zoom training code, and we change the subject to whatever the subject of the training is for, and we add any additional information that we want people to know beforehand. So we include our training manuals, our PowerPoints, our teacher workbooks, anything that we want people to know beforehand to take a look at, what we want people to print, we include it right here. So here is an example of what that looks like. This morning we had an Essentials of Youth Ministry training, and if you look at the information, the subject tells you exactly what it is, the location is the Zoom and the code, and we added a couple of pieces of information. So again, we kept that Zoom meeting ID, but then we added the training manual, the teacher's workbook, and the PowerPoint. Now, if you go back to the Zoom app, you're going to be able to see that our training for Saturday, April 27th, test 1, has already been scheduled. And there you have it. Now you already know how to schedule your first training via Zoom.